Hey everyone, it's Olga and welcome to my channel, where I talk about all things lifestyle, and today it happened to be Dyson Cordless Vacuum Cleaner. Let's get started. So the model that I have is Dyson v11 Animal. We got it a little over a year and a half ago, so I've been using it for a while now and am ready to review it. First of all, I have to say that this vacuum was an upgrade from a really old one that we used to have. That thing was heavy, bulky, and it had a cord. It wasn't a Dyson, by the way. I honestly don't remember what the brand of it was, so moving on. Life became much more easier with this cordless Dyson vacuum cleaner, and I mean it. The ability to simply pick it up anytime I need to or feel like vacuuming without the additional steps of taking out the cord, plugging it in, and all that kind of stuff is priceless. Not to mention that it's amazing to be able to vacuum any corner of my house without the need to drag the cord around with me plugging and unplugging it. Basically, you are not limited by the length of a cord and it really feels freeing. I have had this one for a while now, and the excitement that comes from not having to deal with a cord is still there. I feel grateful every time I vacuum, really. It's not heavy, but I wouldn't say that it's light either. It has some weight to it, but it's not the kind of weight that makes vacuuming tough. I do notice that after vacuuming for about 20 to 25 minutes, it starts to blister my hand a bit. It's harder to see it on camera, but basically this spot here gets kind of red and a bit sore. But this sensation goes away pretty fast, as well as the redness once I stop vacuuming. Again, it only happens when I vacuum multiple rooms for a prolonged period of time. If I have to vacuum only 1 or 2 rooms, this issue doesn't come up. When it comes to Dyson v11 Animal performance, I've been consistently happy with it. It's really powerful, it picks up dirt and fur really well, and I'll show you some examples. Let's start with the litter. We have cats, so we have to deal with the mess around the litter box. With our previous vacuum cleaner, it was kind of a pain in the butt to vacuum litter. I had to vacuum multiple times over the same spot in order to get everything, and it didn't seem to do a great job anyway. Dyson manages this task effortlessly. A few strokes is enough to get everything and to have our floor litter-free again. Not for long, though. It also does a great job picking up litter off the carpet, which is great if you have, well, carpeted floors. Speaking of cats, one of mine dropped down a plant tree recently, and the soil from it was all over the rug. This guy picked it all up in no time, making me very happy. Speaking of this particular situation, I used the combination of auto and boost settings to make sure that it gets all the dirt out of the rug, because this one has a very high pile. I hardly ever use the boost setting actually, because I think that the auto one works just fine. But in this case I thought it would be wiser to use it, since the rug in question is really fluffy. My other favorite thing about Dyson v11 Animal is that it comes with many attachments and you can easily make it into a handheld vacuum. I use this particular configuration to vacuum my sofas, chairs, and so on. One of my cats loves to sleep on my office sofa, and it leads to lots of fur accumulating on it. Dyson makes it extremely easy to vacuum it all up in literally no time. It's so easy and kind of satisfying to see your sofa transforming into a fur-free one. My cat also drools in his sleep, and it is not something that Dyson can deal with just yet, so I have to wipe it with a piece of wet paper towel. Another spot that I tested our Dyson on is my husband's computer chair. It just so happened that our cat loves to sleep on this one as well, and it leads to lots of fur accumulating on its surface. The chair is upholstered with this typical mesh fabric, and the cat's fur just loves it. This material takes longer to vacuum in comparison to, for example, velvet, due to texture differences. But V11 does a pretty good job anyway, removing a huge percentage of hair. You can see that there are still some stubborn ones stuck in the mesh, but overall I'm very happy with the result, since I know that my cat will jump on this chair very soon to get his restful sleep, and to leave a coat of fur behind all over again. It's just life. We have a dog who likes to sleep on one particular chair, so I kind of waited for his fur to accumulate on it, so it's visible on camera. Dyson deals with dog's hair extremely well, vacuuming it pretty effortlessly, as you can see in the video. I love it. I have to say that dog's hair is much easier to vacuum comparing to cats, at least in our case, probably because the dog's fur is a bit more dense. Next, let's talk about something that I'm pretty sure all of you are interested to know. How long does Dyson V11 Animal last before you have to charge it again? For me, it's been consistently about 30 minutes. It may not sound like a long time, but the thing is that it performs so well that I can cover a lot of ground during this time frame. Also, I hardly ever vacuum everything in one turn. I usually do a few rooms one day and then the others the next. But what about cleaning the filter? I was postponing washing mine for over a year, and when I finally decided to clean it properly, I thought I had to film it. So if you're curious to see the state of the filter after a year of not washing it, as well as how I got through the process of finally doing it, I will link the video in the description down below. I want to say that don't follow my example here and ignore washing the filter. Washing it helps to maintain the optimal performance of the vacuum cleaner, and Dyson recommends to wash it once a month. Washing it is super fast and easy, as I learned from my personal experience, and so I decided I'd do it more frequently. I was just vacuuming here when I remembered that I forgot to mention one more thing, guys. When we were shopping for our Dyson V11 Animal, we bought it via Rakuten, which enabled us to get a pretty nice cashback. I think that it was 8 or even 10%, which is pretty great, because Dyson, anything from Dyson basically, is expensive. The amount of cashback you can get fluctuates depending on a day you shop, so when I am looking to buy something pricey, I usually wait for it to go up so I can get the best deal. If you want to earn a cashback every time you shop as well, I will leave my Rakuten referral link in the description down below so you can check it out. If you sign up for Rakuten using my link, you will get a $30 bonus after making a qualified purchase. The purchase requirements as well as the bonus may vary depending on the most current promotion, but nevertheless it is pretty cool to get a reward for shopping. And of course, on top of that, you will get access to tons of other cashback deals, which is pretty great as well. Overall, Dyson V11 Animal is a powerful vacuum cleaner. I have had it for over a year. Its performance has been consistently great, and I personally haven't had any issues with it. It has plenty of different attachments that help you to make your home easier to clean, and you don't have to deal with an inconvenience of having a cord. The bin here is super easy to empty, and the filter is a breeze to wash. It helps me to vacuum faster, and it saves me a ton of time. I love it. With all that being said, I think that I covered everything that I thought was important to mention in this review. I sure hope it was helpful, and if you have any other questions left, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I will make sure to get back to you. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please hit that like button, it helps me out more than you know, and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more videos like this one. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.